It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully...
There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
It's going to be a tough ask, Peter, trying to get in behind this guy, Levi Colwill. He has to play in that kind of left-sided centre-back role. I think there, he's at home. I think if you start moving him around a little bit more, then things can get a little bit shaky in his game. But when he's there, he's composed, he's impressive, and it looks like he can go on to greater things.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Oh, that's nice. A chance to play it in. Back into the middle. Garnacho. It's a mighty effort! Oh, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Lewis. Foden. Ruben Dias. Vardiol. Doku. Nice physical challenge. Fernandez producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. James. James shifted upfield. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rodri. Vardiol. Ake. João Pedro. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Palmer. Over to the left. Ooh, delicate chip through. No, it's not getting there. Garnacho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bernardo Silva laid out to the left flank. Fernandez. That's a cute ball. Short changes him with that pass. Ake. Lewis. Ruben Dias. Ake. Rodri. And here's Garnacho, and it's Cucurella. Cucurella crosses, and he thumps it clear. It's a throw-in. Chalobah. Fernandez. Fernandez is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That has been knocked clear. James. Lovely feet. James. In by James. Ake with the clearance. And he's there to get it away. What a throw in. That's very neat. João Pedro. Crosses it in. There's the header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Great defending, strong and determined. Fernandez. Cucurella. Chalobah aim forwards. And it's Palmer. Garnacho. And here's Garnacho. Out to the right. Cross goes in there. Ake getting this one clear. Guardiola. Rodri. Quality ball. It's an inviting looking ball that. That's a little off target. Caicedo. And here's Palmer. Cucurella. Garnacho. Garnacho puts the ball in. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Kovacic. Doku proves just a little bit too strong. It'll be a throw-in. We get a throw-in. Things have been frenetic in the early part of this game. A lot of action high up the pitch. Colwell. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Guardiola. Lewis, gently done. Chalobah. Cucurella. Colwell, nicely aimed pass. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Played towards the front line.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Garnacho. Caicedo. Fernandez. João Pedro. James. Nice control. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's heaved it away. Haaland, prodding pass. Colwell. Moved on forwards. Ruben Diaz cuts out the pass. Lewis. Ruben Diaz. Vardiol. Lofted upfield. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. That is a great pick out. Cucurella. Colwell. Caicedo. Garnacho. And here's Palmer. Caicedo. Garnacho. Looking for a decent ball in. He's had a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Garnacho. Now it's João Pedro. He's got away. Oh, good spread. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Defending, but that'll do. That's Caicedo. Caicedo tries to dink it through. Deftly away. Fernandes. Neither side yet able to find the net. That's a chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Palmer. Garnacho. Cucurella. Caicedo. Fernandes. Palmer. James crosses. Great chance! Goal! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Rodri. Lewis chasing after it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Rodri wins the duel this time. Kovacic. And it's Bernardo Silva, played out to the right. And that's a throw-in. Caicedo. James. And it's played forward. Ake makes the interception. Kovacic. Lewis. Driven forward. Foden. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
This interception, his positioning was spot on. Kovacic. Guardiola. Ruben Dias, forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Haaland. Lewis. Turns and goes back. Rodri. Lewis. Oh, such a clever touch. Haaland. Cucurella, forwards and with intent. Now it's João Pedro. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Palmer. Thinks one through. And that has been cleared. Foden shifted upfield. Haaland. Lewis. Oh, it's played into the bullish header! He has done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Well, movement like that is so elusive, difficult for midfielders to track and defenders to spot.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Caicedo. Can he latch on to this? Tries to get it clear and reclaimed it in a trice. Ruben Dias gets rid without sophistication. James. And it's Caicedo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, great play! Chooses to go back. Cucurella, now here's the delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Haaland. Cucurella. Caicedo. And here's Garnacho. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked out the run. Haaland! Well, that is asking for trouble. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Oh, that's a nice ball. And that's been won straight back. João Pedro do have a chance to counter here. Garnacho.
Palmer just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Kovacic. Vardiol. Doku. Vardiol. Foden. Now it's Foden. Danger averted for now. It's gone out for a throw-in. Ake. Lewis. And here's Haaland. Well read, nice interception. James. Colwell. Caicedo. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Doku. That's good play. Kovacic. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. Cucurella. Garnacho. Throw it. Caicedo. Fernandez. Caicedo. He is onto it in a flash. Vardiol. And here's Foden. Oh, that's neat. Foden plays it in. That is a brilliant interception. Garnacho. And the counter is on. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vardiol. Kovacic. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic. No way through, so back it comes. That is lovely. Bernardo Silva. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bernardo Silva with the short one. Caicedo. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
to try it, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
Cucurella. Colwell. Palmer. Caicedo. It's an inviting looking ball that. Nicely intercepted. Now it's Doku. Haaland. Out towards the flank. Now it's Doku. Hit into the middle. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Guardiola. Ruben Dias. Kovacic. Garnacho. And it's Cucurella. He's in plenty of space here. There are a few waiting for it. And the shot! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Caicedo simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Doku, aim forwards. Haaland. Spread out to the left. Doku on a charge down the left. Haaland. He's in it, and he shoots! It's a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Caicedo. And it's played forward. Ruben Dias. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Kovacic. Rodri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, that is rather wayward. James. Fernandes. James, gently done. Ake getting this one clear. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Played out wide. Palmer! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
João Pedro. And there's the shot! Bernardo Silva. Ake. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Fernandes. Aim forwards. It's really well cleared. And here's Palmer! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Kovacic. Bernardo Silva wins the duel this time. Ake. Rodri. Ruben Dias. Vardiol. Ake. Lewis. And it's played forward. That has been cut short. And it's Palmer. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Palmer. James. Out to the right. Fernandes. Could move up a gear here. Foden. Old time, excellent interception. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Nacho. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Haaland. And claimed it back swiftly. Kovacic. Vardiol. Ake. Lewis. That's really well manoeuvred. James. James picks it up out wide. Ball's gone out of play. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Palmer knocks it out wide. Oh, nice touch. Can he deliver? In by James. Ake getting this one clear. Foden gently done. Doku. Haaland tries a shot!
Haaland usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can though.
Cucurella forwards and with intent. Garnacho. Ruben Dias cuts it out. Ake. Bernardo Silva. confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Ake shifted upfield. And he cuts out the supply. Colwill. Palmer. Caicedo forwards and with intent. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo gently done. Vardio. Moved on forwards. Haaland looking to get on the end of this. Haaland. Chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So the lead now, and we hit half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And the second half gets underway. No reported change to either side during the break. James. It's run loose here. Fernandes. James. Caicedo. Fernandes. Caicedo. Kovacic. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Now it's João Pedro. Ruben Dias with the clearance. Haaland. So what can they make of this? And here's Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Good chance here! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps in the back.
Fernandes. Caicedo. Palmer. Caicedo. Cucurella. Garnacho. Oh, sweet feet. Garnacho tries a cross.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
James. Aim forwards. Now it's João Pedro. Vardio. Ruben Dias. And it's played forward. Oh, this looks sharp. Lewis. Foden. Caicedo. Fernandes. James. Caicedo. Caicedo, gently done. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ake. Lewis. Foden. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Colwill. Palmer. Cucurella. Garnacho. Cucurella. Cucurella goes forward. And he's there to clear it. Have it back and can go again. Ruben Dias gets good distance on it. There will be a throw-in. And it's James. Out again for a throw-in. Played into them, climbs up big! He will be livid with himself.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
He is just caressing the ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now, this could be a chance. Kovacic. Kovacic gently done. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Vardiol shifted upfield. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rodri. Lewis. Aim forwards. Played into space out wide. James. James. Caicedo. Forward it goes. And that has been knocked clear. Now it's João Pedro. He's had a shot! Rodri. Kovacic. Rodri. Has a look and plays it forward. And that is a little undercooked. Bernardo Silva is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Ake. Moved on forwards. And here's Garnacho. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Haaland. Foden. Foden forwards and with intent. Haaland. Fernandes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Colwill, and it's played forward. Garnacho. Cucurella charging forward down that flank. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. That's going to go a long way. Oh, for some tackle that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Calmly anticipates. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Palmer. Out to the left it goes. And now the breakaway. And it's Palmer. Now it's Schwell. Big chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
João Pedro is offering a right smile there.
Palmer. And a chance! Goal! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
João Pedro simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
And now he has two. This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Solid defending, refused to be out-muscled. James did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Guardiola gets across to intercept that. And it's Palmer. Well, they can break. Real chance! Split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Ruben Dias.
Look at the way that back line is coming under serious pressure. High pressing that's being applied with real pace too.
Yeah, they look like they really want it.
Yeah, it's pretty sapping, especially at this stage, Peter, but they need to be quick with the press here.
Palmer. Fernandes. Tries a deft little ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Lewis. And here's Haaland. Doku showing good feet. Guardiol. Haaland! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. He's in a great position here. Doku. Rodri. Oh, easy pickings there. João Pedro. James. James chooses to go cross-field. Caicedo. Cucurella gently done. He's found shot a goal!
That was venomous.
Steps in, and that's the end of that. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Fernandes. And it's Palmer. Foden. Ake. Ruben Dias. Lewis. Rodri. Moved on forwards. Palmer. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias. Forwards and with intent. Oh, terrible pass. Over to the left. Doku going full tilt down the left. Doku trying to keep this in. And back to the goalkeeper. Caicedo. Chalobah, good looking ball. Bernardo Silva. Ruben Dias. Kovacic. Ruben Dias. That's a sharp pass. Cucurella. Caicedo. Chalobah. Palmer. Fernandes. And it's James. It's a loose ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. James, and that's aimed into the middle. And that's out of reach. Rodri. Kovacic. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. Foden does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Lewis. Foden. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, it's come loose. Pedro Neto. Colwill. Caicedo. That's really well manoeuvred. Rodri. Ake. Kovacic. Guardiol. Haaland. Cucurella. Fernandez shifted upfield. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Palmer. Moved on forwards. Can he spark a counter here? Haaland played out to the left flank. Lovely bit of skill. Doku has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
That's overhit. Colwill. Palmer. Great defending, strong and determined. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Doku. Just about up to 75 minutes. Ruben Dias. Doku. Aim forwards. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Palmer. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Foden. Ruben Dias, gently done. Kovacic. Haaland, spread out to the left. That's tidy.
think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Clearly not happy with that. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's played forward. James. And it's James. Palmer.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rodri forwards and with intent. Guardiola. That's really well manoeuvred. Foden, aim forwards.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Out to the left it goes. Cucurella. Aimed in towards the centre.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Guardiola. Oh, there's a probing ball. Both sides a bit lacking in intent. He's going all the way! Doku touched. Oh, smashing header!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cucurella shifted upfield. Rodri. Lewis, who's set up one goal so far. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Oh, he's found support out wide.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Foden. Bernardo Silva in acres of space out wide. Very nicely done. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's played into the area.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Palmer. Caicedo forwards and with intent. Ruben Dias, gently done. Chance here to counter. That is lovely. Doku tries a cross.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Lovely bit of skill. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, such a clever touch. Time to deliver. And here's Neto, pushed into the middle. And it's hoisted clear. Back in once more. Up he goes! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Looking here to chip it through. He can get that clear. Played into the middle. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Pedro Neto. Cucurella.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Cucurella crosses it in here, takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Correa gets over and intercepts. Very much into the last knockings. Moved on forwards. James, laid into space.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
They've got a throw. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. Chance from a corner.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here. Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Rodri. Ake. Ruben Dias. Guardiola. Kovacic. Over to the left. Palmer. Pedro Neto closing in on. Oh, what a climb! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Lewis. Foden. Lewis. And it's played forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Chalobah. Fernandez. James. Aim forwards. That has been cut short. Rodri. Kovacic. Guardiola. Doku. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Palmer. Moved on forwards. Ruben Dias wins the duel this time. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Well, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Haaland. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Tried it! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Fernandez. Caicedo. Colwill. Chalobah. It's a lovely, neat pass. Ake cuts out the pass. Doku. Doku going full steam ahead down the left flank. Guardiola. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. For most players, what unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction with this win. It was a solid game plan that worked.